Welcome to the webinar that teaches you how to start your journey as an email marketing manager. I am Ali Wells, and I'm going to be walking you through this process, this journey. And before we dive in, let me just introduce myself. Like I said, I'm Ali Wells. I've been an email marketing manager for over 6 years. I'm currently the growth and marketing lead for Mildred, and I'm also the founder of Boehm Academy that trains people on how to become freelance email marketing managers to companies, to businesses, and I'm also the founder of Bay Business Solutions. It's a boutique digital marketing agency that caters to businesses for their social media, digital marketing needs. Okay, so now let's dive right into the reason why we are here. Okay, so this platform or this webinar is for aspiring email marketing managers, virtual assistants, and social media managers who are looking to explore new revenue streams. Okay. And by the end of this webinar, you'll be able to walk away with a clear understanding of what it takes to become a profitable email marketing manager, from mastering the essential skills, choosing the right platforms, to building a standout portfolio that attracts clients. So in all of this, I am going to keep this webinar below 40 minutes so that we just dive right in. And at the end of this webinar, you're able to grasp a whole lot. So first of all, if you've never heard anything about email marketing is not buying and selling of email addresses or email management. So what does that mean? Like when you're managing somebody's emails, maybe their Gmail or Yahoo Mail or whatever, that's not email marketing. Email marketing is the act of sending a commercial message, typically to a group of people using emails. So it is the act of using emails to market. So it's not like you're selling the email addresses, not like you're managing the email addresses or the email messages, but you are using those emails to make money, to contact your businesses, to contact your customers, your clients. Okay. You can use email marketing to tell customers about products, about promotions, about services, or even send out discount vouchers and special offers. So let's continue. So I'll just go through different keywords that you hear when it comes to email marketing. Like there's some keywords that you should just know when it comes to email marketing. So number one is digital newsletter. So it's an e-publication that delivers content about a specific topic to a specific group of people or readers. If you are in Nigeria, I want to bet that maybe you receive money from like money. You receive emails, newsletters from brands that you're signed up to, maybe like Seller or Money Africa or She Included. You definitely receive emails in your inbox. So those things are called newsletters. And then email sequence is a series of emails that are sent based on preset time triggers, and they are set up on automation. So that means the emails deliver automatically. You just set it up. So the sequence is that it is going one after the other. And then a welcome sequence is an email sequence sent to every new subscriber who signs up. So you can set it up in such a way that anybody who signs up receives a welcome email. And then an opt-in page, the page on your site that is designed for people to sign up. So that's why it's called opt-in, because they are opting in to join your newsletters to say, I want to receive emails from you. So click-through rate is the ratio which users click on a specific link in an email. So it is the total number of users who view a page or email and versus like how many so when you say, okay, let me say for example, you sent out a mail to 100 people and then 10 people clicked. So your click-through rate is 10%. So that means 10% of the number of people you sent it to click. So that's what that click-through rate is. It means that 10% of those people clicked. And then the nurture sequence is also a part of email welcome or email sequence that is sent to every new subscriber who come in for a freebie to nurture them into becoming customers, becoming clients. So a landing page as well, a landing page and a sales page, they are used interchangeably. So it is a single web page that is used to talk about something. It usually has like a specific offer. Sometimes some landing page has multiple offers, but ideally a landing page or a sales page talks about exactly just one offer. So personalization is used when marketers use subscriber details to personalize the kind of emails that they receive. So one of the first things the personalization is their first name, and then you also talk about like their interests. So what are they interested in? So when you're sending out emails to people, from their click-through rate, you'll be able to know what they are interested in. So you can see it's beginning to align, it's beginning to connect. So the click-through rate, how many people clicked? And then for personalization, if I send 100 people emails and maybe 10 people are consistently clicking on a particular offer, it tells me that those 10 people are interested. I can now segment them, I can separate them to one other place and say, okay, since you people like this offer, I'm willing to give you XYZ discount. Okay, so that's the difference for um, email marketing and social media. So with social media, you might not be able to achieve that, but for emails, you are able to see the clicks, you are able to see how many people opened, you are able to see exactly who opened. Okay, so then the next thing we're talking about is hard bounce. And hard bounce is an email that has failed to deliver. So maybe the email address is invalid, it is not working, the person no longer uses it. And then a soft bounce, it means that the email address was valid and the email reached the messenger's recipient email, but it did not exactly deliver. So the email is still active, but maybe the user's inbox is full, so it can no longer accommodate new emails. So that's why it's a soft bounce. So the next thing is sales funnel. Sales funnel is also known as a revenue funnel or sales process. So remember we talked about opt-in page, we talked about landing page, we talked about email sequence. So by the time you piece opt-in page, email sequence, and landing page together, that whole process of getting them to come in, nurture them, and become buyers is known as a sales funnel. Some sales funnel can be very simple, while some can become very complex.
All right. So single opt-in. Single opt-in is a process where a new email address that is added to your email list would not require to confirm their email. So double opt-in, when they want to join, the service provider sends them an email to confirm that they really want to join. But single opt-in is just straight up, and you can actually turn this on or off in an email marketing platform. So the email service provider, like I just mentioned, can be MailChimp, MailDrip, ConvertKit, Active Campaign, SendGently, SendPulse. There are like 1,000 of them, more than 1,000 of them actually out there. So they help you send out both emails. Sending out email marketing is not sending emails via Gmail or Yahoo. You need to use this email marketing platform because you want to be able to see the analytics. You want to be able to do more, create things like opt-in page, landing pages, create a sales funnel. And those things, you cannot actually achieve them using Gmail or Yahoo. So the General Data Protection Regulation, it actually started with the European Union, but a lot of nations, a lot of regions in the world are already adopting it. So what that means is that they are fighting against the illicit mining of data. So they don't want you just picking up their citizens' data and using it at any point in time. So they need you to have verification that these people want you to send them emails. So A/B testing, in the concept of email, it is you testing emails to know which one would work. So you don't just send out emails to everybody. It's you choosing a particular segment of your subscribers and send them. Maybe you want to say something like Christmas is coming, and then the other one says Christmas is here. So basically, you are sending out a Christmas email, right? But you want to be able to test which one will have the highest open rate. So let's say Christmas is here, open, like has the highest open rate. So that's your A/B testing. You're testing which one would work. Okay. So tags is allowing you to store additional information on your contact. So if you schooled in Nigeria, you definitely know the class system. So you have maybe JSS1 to JSS3, and then when you got to SS1, you had maybe SS1 science, SS1 commercial, SS1 art, because they're already streamlining you towards what you want to achieve. So for those who wanted to be doctors, you already knew that you're supposed to be in SS1 science, because the subject they're going to teach you would be part of your combination for JAM, for WIEC, and eventually what would lead you to go and study medicine in school. So tags is the same way. It is you identifying your subscribers. So it's because one of the things with email marketing is that it helps you to send very personalized emails to people. So let me say, for example, you are a hair and bag vendor. In your email list, you should be able to segment those who are your air clients and those who are your bag clients, so that you don't mix them up. You don't send emails meant for hair, emails meant for bags. Of course, there are general emails you want to send to everybody, or specific emails, or even as much as saying that you want to tag people who have purchased from you before, so that you can exempt them from emails that you are marketing the same thing over and again. All right. So segmentation is dividing the email into subscribers into smaller segments based on a set criteria. So tags are like subsets of segmentation. So segmentation has a larger group, while tags might have a smaller group. Okay, so it can be based on geographic location, interest, purchase history, and more. So you also have transactional email. So when you subscribe, or when people subscribe to your email, that you have, I'm sure you definitely have seen some situations where you bought something and immediately you got an email notifying you that your purchase was successful and all that. But if you did not get it, I'm sure you would have been concerned, especially if it's a website purchase. You were definitely looking forward to getting notification to say, okay, this is what you purchased, da 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 da. Okay, so those are transactional emails. Okay, so email marketing platforms. So email marketing platforms, like I said, there are over 1,000 of them. But one of the things I usually would say is that choose based on the features that you're looking for, based on budget, and based on how easy it is to use. Some platforms are more complicated than others. So those three things are like my holy grail to choosing an email marketing platform. So what features am I looking for? What am I looking to achieve? Let's say, for example, I want to set up a sales funnel, and I'm looking for a platform that gives me access to create an opt-in page, email sequence, and create a sales page. But there are times where you might not find all of this in one platform. And you might find all of this in one platform, but it is too pricey for you. And then maybe you don't even know how to use it that much. So I'm talking to people who want to become freelancers in email marketing. So sometimes your clients want you to choose. So it is good that you use as many platforms as possible so that you gain hands-on experience. So, but today I'm just going to be talking about four of them. So, okay. So, MailChimp is very beginner friendly. Klaviyo is for e-commerce, people who sell physical products, maybe they sell shoes, they sell wigs, they sell bags, whatever it is. MailerLite is affordable and intuitive. That is, it is very beginner friendly, and then it has very what's the word now? Very user friendly features as well. So they are quite innovative, like every other time. I think actually all the platforms are very innovative. One thing with email marketing is that it continually evolves. So the platform we knew in 2021 might not be the platform you can see in 2025 or 2026 and beyond. So it will keep evolving. So one of the things you need to do is to keep yourself abreast of all the new features that they release. Sign up to their newsletter so that when they have new features, you can also receive emails about it. So MailerLite, the same thing, Mailgrip, but I think Mailgrip, MailerLite are more suited for people who are into into service business, service-based business. But Klaviyo is very, very suited for e-commerce. Like everything they designed is for e-commerce. Okay. So MailChimp, the same thing, but MailChimp has both. MailChimp has both service providers and e-commerce in mind. While ConvertKit is simply for service providers, digital creators, like they created it and said, these are our people, and these are the people that we want to talk to. So I will just do a very brief um, walkthrough on how to use Notion. Okay, so we're inside Notion. All right, okay. So I have a demo account because I'm a Notion partner. So all these are demo demo information. Yeah. Before somebody will say, I will come and ask me money. All right, so basically I want to show you how to create an opt-in page, right? And then the landing page. Sorry. And the newsletter landing page and sales page to be in my paid course. All right, it comes. Sorry, the network is a bit slow. Okay. So yeah, these are forms. This is form. Just go to create forms, other forms. SM. So sign up landing page. You already have a template here, so you can just click on that. Because opt-in form, like I told you earlier, is to get people to sign up to your newsletter. So you are not going to get people that you don't have to add them manually. You can just send them the link, they sign up, and voila, they'll be in your email list. And then you can also upload contact, existing contact that you have before. Mm. All right, so this is how to create an opt-in page using Notion. So of course you log in, you can see home, campaigns, automations, SMS, click on forms, and then you click on other forms. So give it a name. For me, I'm going to say first opt-in page. So continue to build there. So you will choose an audience, usually one. So continue to build there. What's going on? Okay. So these are different templates to choose from. So I'll just choose a very simple one that says grow your list. Because with an opt-in page, you just want people to be able to come in and put in their email addresses and you get the details that you require. So, so this is drag and drop. In my course, I teach, okay. So in my course, I teach the principles of drag and drop, and that would help you to be able to use any email marketing platform at all that you want to use. Whether or not I teach you here, but once you understand the principles of using drag and drop, you'll be able to use any email marketing platform. So this is it. I'm dragging the image here, and I want to delete this logo if I don't have any for it. So now the image, I'm going to click on upload image. I think I have some images I already uploaded here before. I think it. Okay, just click on upload. I'm just going to do, so let me see that. Okay. So I'm just going to conclude this. So let's just assume that this is talking about okay, so this is from parallel between the director, happy birthday. So let me say RSVP to the birthday here. So and remember, an opt-in page is basically you collecting email addresses. So RSVP to the birthday. Celebration. So you just get to tell people we will be celebrating our beloved director. And we enter your details. We get your invite. Okay, let me say your exclusive invite. Okay. So now you can see it's looking pale, right? Let me say I want to change this to become dark. And I also want to change the color to the violet blue. Yeah, so that it pops. And one thing I always say is that white background, you hardly ever go wrong with white background. So now they're asking for email address, phone number. So, but I want to add first name. So I clicked on this pen that looks like edits, and I'm going to select first name. Okay, and make it required. I'm also going to maybe select last name and make it required. So, but you can see the way it is showing first name, last name, email address. So what do I want to do? I want to rearrange it and put first name first up here, last name up here. You can see rearranging. So email address can make this maybe optional. So what that means is that if they don't fill this, they can't move on, they can't submit. Okay. You agree, promotional, da 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 da. So confirmation. So when this is where when they finish, you can now say, oh, congratulations, kindly check your mail, blah, 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 blah. You receive the email to receive your invite. So you can see that it is very easy. But in the EMM starter kit, I'm going to be showing you how to create a tripwire. So you do a tripwire where you finish entering your information and then it redirects you to a sales page. Okay. Yeah, I'll be showing you how to do that inside the EMM starter kit. So you can see in less than 5 minutes, I'm done. So basically, you just need the information, just write out the information that you require. So save and close. Okay. So the name is test. This is the URL. This is the content. They're asking, oh, you're not tracking with no change. So you can track. So what does that mean? That is, you can see how many people have visited your so click on track with MailChimp. You can track with Metapixel. You need to put in the information. You can track with Google Analytics, enable restrict data, people offers restricted connection, da 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 da. So I can just save this first of all. So publishing disabled because like I said, this is a demo account, but you can see this. Okay, so let me see preview. So finish with that. But when you're done with yours, you're going to see publish. So this is publish. I hope, okay, something went wrong because this is a demo account and not allowing you to publish. But on your own, in your own account, they will allow you to publish because mine is a demo account. That's why they're not allowing to publish. So the next thing we are going to do now is to create an email. I hope I can create the email with this. Yeah, I can. So test email, because this is part of the assignment, I'm going to feed in this. So from scratch, basic layout or fully designed template. So I'm choosing fully designed template. So many of the new marketing platforms actually already come with their own templates. So all you need to do is decide like which one suits what you want to do. You can just click completely to look at it and see the feel of how that new template looks like. If this is what you're looking to achieve, you go for it. If it is not, you move on. Let's preview. So let's say, for example, now the people that, let me see, because I just want something simple. Okay, let me use this one. So, people signed up just now to receive their invites. So let me click on replace. So yeah, that's one beautiful thing. Once you do that image before, you always find it in your studio, in your content studio. Okay. So let me say I want to change this to, I want to change the background. Leave this space, da, 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 da. Okay. The background color, I want to change this to, so you need to highlight it and then it can change. Like I told you before, I'm a white lady. I prefer white. Let's come here. So you highlight and then you go to styles. I am not seeing the logo, just background. That change it to white. So I'm going to come here now. And these are the different text. You can see the text because it's in white. I want to change it now to black. The text color. I come here, up here, and change it to black. Select forward. Okay, why is it not changing? So text here. Hello. I'm highlighting it first and then changing it to, okay. Let me go to styles and see whether that's where the issue is coming from. Wow. Another skill you need is email marketing is patience. Because some platforms will test you. Because tell me why it wasn't changing. Okay, so let's come back and try again. So I want to change this welcome to black. Finally. So sometimes it might be your network or it might just be their own code that is acting up. So I want to change this to black as well. And then I don't need all of all this information here. So what do? I can delete them. So it's not compulsory that you follow the exact pattern. I want to delete that. So I want to say, oh, welcome, thanks for joining us, da 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 da. So you can always change it. Your entry code. That's your entry well now. So that's, you can see Grammarly at work now. I wrote entry, but Grammarly is telling me, nah, auntie, see Grammarly. Yeah, correct your spelling. Your entry code is entry 001. Kindly show this at the dates. So just something very simple. You can do more than this, but I'm just showing you like how to send this. So the next thing is to send a test email. Apply. Skip the send test email. So they would ask you to put email address. So this is where I said if you could talk to Ali at Ray Business Solution. The this triple S.com. Okay, and then I want to send to my personal email. Yeah, hey, sorry. I talked to Ali. I will put a comma before the next email. Okay. So because this is a demo account as well, I'm not able to send out a test email, but we get the drift. When you get here, yours will deliver. Okay. So let's go on. All right, welcome back. Welcome back from that tutorial. So I want you to create your own opt-in page. Very simple, create your own opt-in page, share the link to your story and tag me. And then I also want you to create a newsletter test email and then send to me at talktoali@vaybusinesssolutions.com. There's no A after talk to Ali. So this is a mistake. To talk to Ali at vaybusinesssolutions.com. So let's dive right in. So for you to be a successful email marketing manager, there are key skills that you need to have. So number one is copywriting basics. Like you need to have knowledge about copywriting because it's not just about using the platforms. Now you need to know how to write emails that sells. You need to know how to write copy that makes people want to get money, want to give money. That's how your customers will get results, and that's how you keep getting customers. And then you also need to understand customer journey. You need to understand your customer journey and your customer's customer journeys. So what do I mean by that? Like, for example, your own customer, there are some people who are already, maybe they've been doing email marketing for a long time and they're just looking to outsource to someone. And while there are some people that don't even know how to use email marketing at all, but they just know that it's effective and they want to try it for their business. So these two set of people already have two journeys, right? They know they have different journeys to the solutions that they are looking for. So person A or persona A already has been using email marketing. You don't have to convince or try to persuade this person. This person just needs to know that you are capable and then they will outsource it to you. But persona B is still quite skeptical. So they have different journeys to how they are going to make their decisions. So persona A just needs to see your skills, your portfolio, and they are good to go. Persona B needs you to get into their head to know that, okay, these are the things I want to achieve. How can you help me? So you need to be able to understand that customer journey. And then for your customer's customer, the same way to who are the personas of the business, who are the business personas in those in their target audience. So know the different journeys that it takes to get them to where they want to go to. So the next point is familiarity with email types. So you have newsletters, you have promos, you have onboarding, you have Canva design, because you need to do some little bit of Canva design when you're creating newsletter headers or simple how-to emails or whatever. So you need to know how to create such things. And then the fourth one is strategic thinking. You need to know how to segment and personalize and also automate your emails. Okay. So it is not just sending out emails or writing copy. You need to also have strategic thinking, which is one of the things that I teach in my E&M course and even in my one-on-one coaching program. You need, like I said, you need to be able to get into the head of your customer so that you are able to think like a professional, like, okay, if I am the professional handling this business, what are the things I need to do to get X, Y, Z results? So segmentation comes in, personalization comes in, and automation comes in. So remember, we already spoke about segmentation in terms of dividing the groups of emails and dividing the subscribers into smaller groups. And then we also spoke about personalization in terms of sending out emails that are relatable to the subscribers. And then automation is basically scheduling the emails ahead or creating email sequences that deliver ahead of time or with none of your efforts anymore. You just need to set up the email sequence and you continue to deliver for as long as you have an active subscription or if the email credit as the case may be. Then soft skills, you need to be able to have communication solving problems. Like you need to have communication problem because sorry, you don't need to have communication problem. You need to have communication skills because you need to communicate with your clients. You need to communicate and you're also communicating on their behalf via email. So you need to be able to communicate clearly. Don't just leave things hanging. Don't just say, oh, 24th, we are launching a product. Okay, so when we launch the product by 24th, what do you want them to do? That communication skill is part of what will help you to write better copy. So if the product is launching on the 24th of June, that means you also start sending them mails by probably from February, so that it is not May or April, you're just jumping up on the person to say this thing is coming up 24th. So you need to start at least 3 months ahead so that people can start warming up. And you also know that it's not everybody that will read all the emails. So whichever email they find or they open eventually within that period, it is something that is not new to their mind. It's something that they've already become accustomed to. Okay. So tools that you can use for your business, AI tools, you can use ChatGPT, you can use FounderPal, you can use Google Bard, you can use Jasper, you can use Writerly, you can use Grammarly. I use Grammarly a lot because Grammarly helps you to identify the places where you need to put your punctuation marks, where you need to use the right tenses, the right words, like for communication and all of that. So Grammarly, because you're going to be writing a lot as a new marketing manager. So Grammarly is one tool that you cannot do without. I would recommend that you install it to your laptop, install it to your phone so that it just helps you correct however the things. You know how many times that you write some mails and you go back to the like blood of Jesus, what did I write? Grammarly helps you do that. Okay, even look at me writing my own email, my own business email. I wrote off to Andy A. So it could be very dicey. So you need a second eye to help you proofread what you're writing. And Grammarly is that AI tool that can help you do that. And then design. You can use Canva, you can use the Move BG, you can use Smart Mockups because, like I said, sometimes you need designs in your newsletters. And then for email service providers, you have ConvertKit, MailChimp, Aweber, Smiley, ActiveCampaign, MailGroup, SendPulse. The list is endless. Sometimes your customers come with their own preferred platform, and sometimes they would ask you. So I already shared with you how to choose a platform. So listening tools, you have Quora, you have Answer the Public, you have Headline Analyzer. So listening to, remember I said you need to get into the head of your customer and into the head of your customer's customer. So these tools, listening tools, help you to get into their head quicker and faster. You don't have to spend hours doing interviews with them. These platforms already have the answers to questions that you are asking. So all you need to do is just go and ask the question on Quora, or Answer the Public or Headline Analyzer, and then the answers will pop up. You could see, especially on Quora, you could see the questions that people have already asked. You can see the answers that people already gave. And you can see the questions that got the most responses called upvotes. So you can see the answers that got the most responses, and you can see the problems that people are actually looking to solve. Okay. And then services you can offer as an email marketing manager. One, you can offer email campaign strategy. So this one, you're not doing it for them. You're just working with them to say, okay, do X, Y, Z thing. And this one can be for people who are already sending their emails, or maybe they're not getting the results that they want. So you can help them strategize to say, okay, move from point A to point B, go like this, go there, and then you map out their marketing strategy. Then email copywriting, some might not need you to send the emails, they just want you to write the copy for them. And then you also have email template design. Remember I talked about simple Canva design earlier. So some people might just want you to design their email template for them, and then they move on. And then there are some people that, okay, sorry, excuse me. There are some people that need sales pages, so you can create sales pages for them. You can create email campaign management. That is, you're sending out newsletters every month on their behalf. Email automation. So email automation also comes on that sales funnel that you can create email automation for them. Maybe schedule their emails ahead or create an email sequence. And then email analytics audits. So people want to be able to know like which of my emails performed best. And you can do that through analyzing their analytics dashboard. You can see which one got the most open. You can see which one got the least open rate or click rate, however it is, or whatever information that you're looking out for. And then you can also offer walkthrough sessions on how to use the platform. So it could just be a 1 hour or 90 minutes or 2 hours. So these are things that you can immediately start with if you already know any of them. You can start offering walkthrough sessions on MailChimp. Maybe you can charge per hour, you can charge per session, however it is. Then email nurture sequence. Some people have already written out their emails and they want you to automate it for them, or they want you to just write that email nurture sequence for maybe a lead magnet or for their newsletter subscribers, however the case might be. Okay, so how to price the services and find clients. So one, you need to know what the work that is required is. So remember, I already shared some of these services to you. So you need to know what the work required is. And if you know that, you also need to know the duration of how many hours it will take you to serve or to carry out this work that you need to do. And then your expertise and the result that you can guarantee. So the higher your expertise, the higher your results that you can guarantee, the more money you can charge. But the lesser your expertise and the expert results, the lesser you charge. So at least you're gaining, it's more like you're learning on the job. You are getting to know things on the job. So in the same way, when someone goes to a salon, for example, maybe you're a lady, you want to make your hair. So there's someone who's just starting out and maybe she charges you $10. You are not expecting so much, right? Because it's $10 and it's quite negligible. So if you come back looking like a scarecrow, not like I'm saying you should make your customers look like a scarecrow, but you get the drift that the expectations are not so high. But the more you have your expertise and the results, you can now begin to charge as high as you want to, because it is your expertise, it is your result, it is your uniqueness that you are bringing onto that project. Okay, so now let's move to how to find clients. So one, you need a portfolio, but not necessarily. I didn't even start with a portfolio, to be honest. I started with content creation. So I was just talking about my own journey, talking about my story, how I needed to send out emails, and I was using Gmail, and it was bouncing until I discovered MailChimp and email marketing. I started sending out emails. So a lot of people could relate to that story, and they wanted to set that up. I remember my first ever client thing as, so now I'm talking about pricing. I priced my product, my services then 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira. You can imagine my premium service in quote was 25,000 naira. And what was it? It was to help people set up email marketing, like set up their email marketing platform, create a template, create an opt-in page, upload their contact if they need to. Like that was just it for that service, 25,000 naira. And the first ever client came, and in fact, in the space of 3 weeks, I had 3 clients who wanted that premium service. So it's just very dynamic that you need to communicate what you are selling clearly. Just like I'm already telling you now that I have a paid course where I teach you this information in details, how to create content that sells, and how to actually build your skills to be able to offer email marketing services. Okay. So for building a portfolio, even if you've never been hired, create samples, even if you've never had a client. Use a portfolio template. There are several of them on Canva, but I also have specialized ones that I created in my email marketing starter kit. Okay. So what to include, need strategy brief, sample emails, mock analytics, and then structure your portfolio around incomes. Sorry, outcomes. I'm very income conscious. Okay, so what does that mean? One, your strategy brief is, for example, how I work with you. First of all, I get to understand what your goals are. I get to understand what your offers are, and I get to understand who your target audience are, and then I create a strategy that sells your offers to your target audience in a way that makes them excited to pay. As simple as that is, that's already very clear to a client that this is what I can do. And then sample emails, you can just design some stuff on MailChimp or any other platform, do a screenshot and send mock analytics. So another thing I always say to email marketing managers is that when you are starting out, you are your first customer. So everything that you want to promise a customer, promise it to yourself and do it first. So that's why for me, one of my major target audience of people that I offer email marketing services to are digital course creators, because I am a digital course creator myself. So the things I'm able to do and get results for myself, I'm able to do for my clients as well. So get results for yourself, get results. Okay, so structure your portfolio around outcomes. So the outcomes people are looking out for are, they want to grow their email list, they want to they want to make money. So you are looking at, okay, and then to make money with emails, you're looking at open rate, you're looking at click rate. So when you are showing the emails that you sent out, those are the analytics that you want to show that, okay, from this platform, I was able to get XYZ number of opens, I was able to get XYZ number of clicks, and then I was able to grow this email from 0 to 1,000 within XYZ duration. So that kind of thing already tells the person who they want to work with, which is you. Okay, so setting up social media platforms or profiles rather that attract clients. So one, choose your platform. You can do all of them if you want to, but choose the ones that are your primary. Like for me, my primary is Instagram, and then I distribute to LinkedIn and I distribute to TikTok sometimes. But my primary platform is Instagram. Okay, so make sure that your profile bio is very clear. So leave plenty jargons, leave plenty emojis and code. Just go straight to the point. I help you grow your email list, or I help you grow LD email list, or I help you set up your email marketing platform. Like just choose, carve a niche for yourself. I help you do X, Y, Z, so that when people are searching for, they see your profile bio, because that's the customer journey for most people. They search email marketing, they see plenty. They might, some of them might click because of your picture, and then they see your profile, and then maybe they see your highlights. So for me, my highlights, I have my reviews. I have projects that I've worked on, brands that I've collaborated with, my personal thoughts on life in general, because remember, it's a personal brand, so people want to know who you are, who they're working with, okay? So be very clear, be very direct as to who you are, and then post simple, valuable content, email marketing tips, mock-up. You can talk about storytelling, you can talk about case studies. So there are different case studies. Like I'm currently working on some case studies. So you can, there's several case studies you can. So what do I mean by case studies? Like for example, the Coca-Cola campaign, or writing names on the bottle. So that is a case study. So how did that change the marketing game for them? Some of the Coca-Cola is open. I mean, when I say open, of course, some of their marketing numbers might be open for anybody to see. So you can do such deep research case studies. So what that also tells your prospective client is that you are able to do research for them as well. So if you're able to do research for just content for engagement, you're able to do research for them to make money. So use storytelling to share your journey. And then for call to action ideas on DMs or portfolio links. So you need to be able to tell people, you can tell them to send you a keyword in your DM so that you just send them the information that they require. And as much as possible, be very friendly with social media. Okay, so what do I mean be very friendly? It's called social media. Don't remove the social and leave marketing. It is social media, so you have to be social. You have to meet people, you have to interact with people, you have to be friends with people. Some of my most amazing gigs, like biggest gigs I've ever gotten from social media, did not come from what I posted. It came from people referring people to me. In fact, there's one of my posts that I later found out that someone shared to one of my clients, like my first ever six-figure client in Naira. When I made that post on social media, I think I had like maybe 2 or 4 likes. It was very discouraging, but of course, I knew that people were watching, so I just kept on posting. So only for me to get this information from her, like and by the time she was done listing what she wanted to ask about, I was like, oh my, this thing is a lot. And when I gave her the view, she was like, okay, just send me the performer invoice. I'm like, this one will performer invoice again. So I created the performer invoice, I sent to her, and she paid like that. Like I wanted to faint, like she paid. So the same thing for you, that I want to move you on that journey, not just sharing my experience, but also teaching you like how to make that happen for you. Okay. So one of the things I want you to do is to overcome your limiting beliefs, overcome fear. So one of the things I know a lot of people struggle with is, oh, I don't know enough. That is why you are here. That is why I believe you are taking this free webinar. And when I say things to people like, when you take a course, you're not done with it after one watch. You have to keep watching it over and over again until it sinks into you, until you yourself can teach other people. That's when, and then when you're able to get results. I have some courses that I bought maybe 2021, 2020, thereabout. I still go back to them. I still refresh my memory. And when I do that, I'm able to get more results from it. Well, how do I put myself out there? There are several platforms. If you don't want to show up with your face, you could use Upwork, you could use Fiverr, you could use any of the freelance platforms. And then if you're really out there to build your personal brand, you can start with LinkedIn, you can start with Instagram, you can start with TikTok, you can start with Twitter, whichever platform that feels very comfortable for you to begin with. Oh, I don't have enough skills and confidence. This is why you're here. Imposter syndrome, too many competitors. This is why you're here. And I'm here to show you how you can improve your life, how you can improve your skills and also live in abundance. Okay, the sky is more than enough. There are more business owners than their email marketing platforms, than their email marketing managers. So there are some businesses that needs email marketing managers that don't exist yet. So which is where you come in. Okay. So this is a student of mine. All right. Let me see. Here, this is the first message. After she paid for the course, she sent me a message that, oh, she doesn't have a laptop here, though she's going to go to have one. And even if it's at least one, let her be able to do it, that we should be able to learn with the phone. And I'm like, sure, you can start. Like there's some services you can start with phone, like email copywriting, you can start it with a phone. You don't need a laptop for it. Okay. The email marketing strategy, you don't need a laptop for it. All you need to do is just design your outline on Canva, get on a call with the customer. Maybe they can connect with Zoom and have them connect with their own Zoom so that they can record the call. So they have the replay by themselves. Okay, you don't have to now send them the replay or anything. They have the replay by themselves. So these were the things I shared with her. And she's like, okay, and see her response. She's like, exactly, I know. Let's see how it goes. Like you said, coach. And this was less than a month. She got a copywriting gig from a foreign client, and then she bought the laptop. So I was like, oh, I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much, coach, for your prayers and support on chat now. So she's a big now. And I have two other students like that. In fact, one opened the way for the other. So a founder reached out to me, say, oh, I need these data managers for one of my products. And I'm like, okay, one of my students, I recommended one of my students. And then that person delivered so well. And he's like, do you have somebody else? And I'm like, yeah, I recommended another of my students. Like if you're in my community, you see that I post vacancies from time to time. Okay. So yeah, the community is the Telegram group that you're supposed to join when you see this video. So make sure that you go to your email and join the Telegram group so that you don't miss out on goodies. Okay, I'm trying to, yeah. Okay, so the email marketing manager starter kit is an online course for beginner email marketing managers. So you walk away with a skill set to become a successful email marketing manager, even if you've never done it before. And you'll be able to get clients consistently from the things that I teach in this course. Okay, so make sure you send me the word EMN to register for it. And then you'd also get a link in your email to be able to register for it. I might or might not put the discount code in there, but just look out for it. If you get a discount code, make sure you use it immediately because I will be limiting it for the first 20 people. Okay. So make sure you don't forget to join the Telegram group. And I would love to know what you learned from this webinar. I'm doing a refresher webinar. I'm sure some of you might have watched the first version I did. This is the 2025 version. I might do a 2026 version, 2026 version, 2027 version, if price varies. So let me know what you learned. I'd like to know. I'd like to hear your feedback. Let me know what you learned. And then if this you're watching this on YouTube as well, in the description you'll find the link to the EMM starter course, and you also find the description the link to the one-on-one coaching program. Okay, so depending on the one that you want, if it's the online course only, or you want the course plus one-on-one coaching program, the link will be right there in the description. Thank you so much for hanging out with me.